Lagoon is currently home to 10 different roller coasters. I've ridden every coaster at the park many times, and over the years I've grown to like some more than others. And in today's video, I will be sharing with you guys how I currently rank all of Lagoon's coasters. First off, at rank number 10, I have the obvious Puff the Little Fire Dragon. This is Lagoon's kiddie coaster, so naturally it had to go on the bottom of the list. It's a great coaster for kids, but it obviously doesn't compare with any other coasters at Lagoon. And at number 9, I have the Bat. This is a Vekoma family suspended coaster, and it's the same model that's found at many Cedar Fair parks around the world. And if you've ridden one of these before, you probably know that they're definitely not the smoothest coasters. And what makes Lagoon's even worse than the other models is that it only runs one train, which can create some very long queue times. I think it would be great if Lagoon replaced this coaster with one of the next-gen Vekoma suspended coasters. Something like Dragonflyer at Dollywood would be a great fit for Lagoon. At the number 8 spot, I have Jetstar 2. This is a classic coaster manufactured by Schwarzkopf, and it's definitely a fun ride, but it does have some pretty sketchy moments. In the second half of the ride features a helix that is super tight and definitely can give you some whiplash if you're not ready for it. Another negative aspect about this coaster is that it doesn't allow single riders because of its train design. Next up on my list at number 7 is Wild Mouse. This is a classic Wild Mouse coaster manufactured by Maru-san. It's definitely not a bad coaster, but it's not amazing either. It is definitely a great ride for guests who aren't quite ready for the larger coasters in the park. At number 6, I have Bombora. Bombora is a really great family coaster that was created completely in-house by Lagoon. It's got some great theming, and it's actually pretty forceful for a family coaster. It even has onboard audio that works most of the time. There's honestly nothing wrong with this ride, but it naturally just doesn't compete with the larger coasters in the park. At the number 5 spot, I have the Spider. The Spider is a Maru-san spinning coaster. The same model of this ride can be found at multiple other parks around the world, including Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk and Hershey Park. Although what separates the Spider from its clones is that Lagoon actually removed the holding brake that prevents the vehicles from spinning during the first drop. Because of this, the coaster can get some crazy spin cycles if you're lucky. I've never experienced one of these cycles myself, but I have witnessed some from the ground, and I will say they look pretty crazy. At number 4, I have Lagoon's classic wooden roller coaster, Roller Coaster. This is just a fun ride. Because of the 2018 refurb, this coaster holds up very well for a ride built in 1912. It's super smooth and actually has some great airtime if you sit in the back. An interesting fact about this ride is that it is technically a hybrid coaster because of the still track on the final brake run and in the station. At the number 3 spot, I have Wicked. Wicked is a Zero Tower launch coaster that opened in 2007. The first half of the ride is really great. The top hat provides some great airtime, and the Zero G roll is actually pretty snappy. Although after the mid-course, the ride loses a lot of speed, and the second half really isn't very good. The restraints on this coaster are also pretty uncomfortable. If Lagoon followed Knobel's example and replaced the trains on this coaster, I think it would greatly improve the ride experience. At number 2, I have Colossus the Fire Dragon. Colossus is a classic Schwarzkopf double looping coaster. This ride is completely relentless from start to finish. Sitting in the back on this coaster is one of my favorite coaster experiences of all time. The way you get thrown over the drop and through the 2 loops in the back is crazy. Overall, Colossus is just a really great ride. And finally, at number 1, I have Cannibal. This ride is obviously the best in the park. It's super unique and it's got some amazing elements. In my opinion, the best parts of the ride are definitely the first drop and the one-of-a-kind Lagoon roll. The theming on this coaster is also pretty good, which makes the ride experience even better. And that's how I would rank every roller coaster at Lagoon. If you have any different opinions on how you would rank these coasters, feel free to share them in the comments. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And like always, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos on coasters and stuff.